Hey baddies, welcome to another Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Today we're doing an Oracle of the Day. I did a Come Smoke With Me, which I'll probably put somewhere up here, up there, up somewhere. And it was a unboxing of a gift that I received from my Amazon wish list. And I was really excited to use the deck, so I did a few things to it. And now I'm going to do that reading. And I decided that I wanted to share that reading with all of you guys. So instead of doing that reading in the Come Smoke With Me, I decided to do it for everyone. So hello. How are you guys? So I'm going to be using this beautiful deck, the Mary Magdalene Oracle deck that was gifted to me by Karima. Thank you so much for this beautiful deck and your generosity. I was very excited to use this deck, so I wanted to jump right into it. I have done a few things to this deck. I always do. So yeah. How are you? Thank you guys for being here. I deeply appreciate you guys. I want to make sure I have no hair by the mic because it does do stuff. So, all right, and as you can tell, I'm highly medicated, y'all, due to my autoimmune disease. That goes without saying. So, but yeah, let's shuffle it up a few more times. Okay, I've got some incense going over here. All right. What messages do we have today for my collective? What messages? Most effective and healing messages from my collective. Those watching this video right now. For my collective. Those watching this video right now. What is the message for those watching this video right now? Okay, the first card we have is the first power. Darkness makes vision possible. Okay. Let's get two more of these cards. Tell me more. It's been very dark. It has. You've probably experienced this in your own life personally, and we have experienced this on a very large scale. And now we're starting to see the first glimmers of light, of hope. Many of us have been lost in a lot of hopelessness. And as a large collective, we've been going through a kind of dark night of the soul. Humanity has, as just a species on the planet. And we have been made to see the horrific. We have the red thread. Good recognizes good. Powerful, powerful message coming through. Yes. Yes. The bottom wants to come out. Mary Magdalene, love only ever expands. So what I see happening here is clarity. There is a clarity of vision that's happening because there's been so much darkness, corruption. There's been so much, I want to use the word wickedness, but I don't mean this as in, I mean this as an anti-life energy, okay? In your personal life, people who have not had good intentions for you, who never have. Vampires, like emotional vampires. People who were only takers. And sometimes it's very painful when we realize those takers are often family. There's a sense of betrayal here, just like on the world stage, the larger collective here. We're seeing people that we have trusted with being and holding integrity in a traditional sense, those who have entertained us, those who have guided us and been our leaders are being revealed to be people that we couldn't trust, people who were after their own interests as well. And we begin to see that most people seem to have been self-driven. And as you see outside yourself, you begin to see how you yourself have been self-driven, and how in a larger way, how we have to shift, how we have to see that when we serve ourselves without a vision of a larger perspective, we often fall short of serving ourselves. In other words, when we are purely selfish and we don't have the vision of seeing self connected to others, because we are, then we seep into a place of toxic energy. When we see self connected to others and we act in selfish, self-serving ways that actually feed us, and in that expression outwardly feeds others, then we are not selfish. We are serving the greater self. Good recognizes good, no matter what cloak it wears. You recognize your tribe. And so we begin to understand what true selfishness is. It's not exactly what we've been told. It's not selfish to want to take care of yourself. It's not selfish for you to want real love. It's not selfish for you to want to feed your family and not live in constant and complete misery. Those are not selfish things. It's not selfish to want to have food on your table, a house to live in, medical care, and things like that. That's not a selfish want, okay? Many people have been told that the simple things that they want are selfish, and they're not. They're things that naturally feed a human being on a survival level. Survival level is minimum. That's why it's survival level. These are things we have to survive. And we want to elevate the consciousness out of survival level. So first, we have to understand that there is a group of people who are actually being selfish, okay? And they are telling people that you wanting everyday survival level things is selfish. How dare you? You should have to absolutely beat yourself into the ground for these, and then still you may not deserve them because this over here, okay? We have to understand that the scales, especially the goddess Nemesis, some people pronounce her name Nemesis, however, okay? She knows who I'm talking about. She comes in to even the scales. And as you see, that's exactly what she's doing. She is revealing the twisted details of things. And sometimes the twisted details, they can be horrific, and sometimes they can be kind of funny. They can be kind of hilarious. Okay? So pay attention to the details as they come forward. Okay? Because it turns into a clown show, buffoonery. And then you can't help but see as all the clowns try to pile into that little clown car, you can't help but see the clown show. It's important that humanity as a whole understands that wanting to not be in survival mode and be in the mode where you want success, you want to feel happy, you want to have time off, you want to live and embrace life and not worry about where your next crumb of bread is coming from, is a normal desire. It doesn't make you selfish, okay? Selfish is wanting all the bread for yourself, is thinking there is a limited amount of bread and making other people feel like there's only so much bread. Well, is there though? Is there really though? Is there only so much bread, or can we also have um, peaches and bread? If we have peaches and bread, then we'll have more than enough, right? So a lot of that kind of thing is being exposed. And I'm trying to tell it in, you know, the most way possible. Okay, let's get some more energy here. I'm going to pull from the Dark Moon Lilith's Oracle deck. Tell me more about this energy. We have Mercury, communication and truth. Okay, so it came out in reverse. And, you know, we're going into Mercury retrograde at a very, very interesting time. Okay, powerful energy. We're Leo season. Hello, my Leos. I'm a Leo moon, Leo rising, Leo southern node. And I feel like there's a lot going to be revealed through communications with people. Okay, like you may find that, of course, we have old love shows up, and that doesn't mean like just romantic. This could be family showing back up. Friends you'd rather not show up. You know, I feel like this is people you don't really want to show up in your life because you probably don't want to deal. And it has to do with what we talked about before, you know. And they may make you feel, for some of you, like you're selfish for not giving them the floor to justify their horrible actions towards you. Understand that this literally is the dark goddess manifesting in your life of justice. Okay, giving you the opportunity for you to get your justice. Okay, if this happens for you. Your justice, how does it look like? Think about it now before it happens. Okay, think about it now. What does that feel like? What does that look like? Does it look like you being shocked and not knowing what to say? Or does it look like I know what to say, which is nothing, because you're done and you don't owe anybody an explanation for anything you do anymore? Think about it. Or maybe you've decided that part of your healing is getting closure. You know, the whole deck is upside down. We have exaltation, master manifester. Ooh. Ooh. Tell me more about this. We're going to pull tarot on this as well. Tell me more about this. We're going to get 2 of these. Okay, we have lead your life in emotional clearing. Okay, y'all. There has been a lot of clarity. Okay. And this feels like this could be a different energy than what we talked about earlier. There has been a lot of clarity, or you're getting a lot of clarity, or through this Mercury retrograde, there's going to be some kind of clarity or emotional clearing. And I feel like the focus here is to allow, just allow whatever happens, just allow, okay? Allow the feelings, allow the words, allow, okay? Because it really is a clearing of emotions here. Probably clearing of confusion as well. Clearing of blocks. I'm hearing clearing of blocks. For some of you guys, this is generational blocks. That might be why family shows up, or people that are connected to this generational block, okay? Because it feels like releasing the gates of abundance and leadership in your life. Releasing the gates of being the master of your own destiny. We have the 3 of Swords and Death coming out together. Okay, so there's a transformation of a deep pain, transformation of your heartbreak, transformation of these deep valleys of sorrow. Okay, so, that's the emotional cleansing that's going on. And I feel like this is going on during a Mercury retrograde. This is a timeless reading, okay? So I would say the next Mercury retrograde is going to be a kind of emotional clearing for you, okay? So whatever comes up, no matter how chaotic, allow, okay? Allow it. Try not to get in your head about it at the time. Maybe journal it, but try not to get bogged down in it. Allow the emotions. I feel like it's really important to engage the emotions. Don't stifle the emotions. If you need help getting through it, seek professional help. That's what they're there for, because it really is meant to help you transform your life and your vision. I feel like your new behaviors, your new patterns that you've set in your life will be challenged. Will you be able to keep yourself together? Will you be able to fall apart and bring yourself back together? Have the changes you've made, or you are making, are the changes you want to make? Are they working? Are they most effective? I feel this card right here. We have the Ten of Cups. Okay, so literally we are transmuting pain and suffering into happiness and joy. Okay, that's what's happening. And some of you guys have been doing this prior to this Mercury retrograde. You've been going through this. And for some of you, you've literally been transmuting in your body. A lot of your issues, sorry, I'm trying not to get that reflection. A lot of your issues are deep. They're generational. This is cycles of abuse and things like that. I'm not going to touch it, but I feel it. And so it feels like for many of you, there's been some physical pain, and please go seek professional help because you need it. Don't deny that if you're in pain, you may need some professional help. So please seek it. But understand that trauma stored in the body, okay? And there's a transmuting of pain and suffering here, an understanding of it, a mourning. With the Three of Swords, we have mourning of loss. And I feel like for some of you, this is mourning like loss of childhood, loss of innocence, loss of self, and coming to this kind of third person view and understanding just how strong and brave you are, and just how deserving of this Ten of Cups you are. There's nothing you have to do to deserve this Ten of Cups. I feel like some of you guys may have been told, like, throughout your life that you have to work hard to be happy. Like, you don't deserve happiness unless you work hard, or, there's something you have to do. And I feel like there may have been like a failure in your life to take a lead, for you to lead in your life. There may have been confusion here because no one really stood by you, or you were emotionally abandoned by a parent or both parents here. And what I'm getting here is that through this clearing, there's going to be a new kind of confidence in yourself, a belief. Your self-parenting and self-care of yourself is going to give you a new perspective, a new view on life, a new leash on life, as they say. I think that's how they say it anyway. Okay, these two want to come out. We have the Three of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, and I feel like for some of you guys, you've been left in this energy of never having enough, not feeling like you have enough. There may have been issues around money and poverty here, or emotional poverty. But there's this energy coming through with the Three of Wands of being able to finally see your way forward, being able to finally see good, recognizing good, like seeing seeing your vision kind of like taking form, seeing how it's going to manifest. You're a master manifester. You may have been blocked. You may have been at the road, but the road was blocked and you weren't able to see how the road would unfold for you. There may have been a lot of anxiety about this, how this would happen. How are you going to get the Ten of Cups from the Three of Swords? How's it going to happen? Because within you, you are transmuting it. What do I mean by that? I mean that you are going to be able to work through the emotions instead of avoiding them, instead of just sitting in them. Some of you guys sit in them, but you're not experiencing them. You are wallowing in them, but not really experiencing them and moving through them. And some of you guys may need professional help to do this, okay? Experiencing, allowing the emotions, understanding that emotions are meant to be moved through, okay? Experienced and released. There's a releasing here and a releasing of the emotion, okay? We transmute by understanding there's wisdom there. And sometimes we get wisdom by seeing our situation from a third-party perspective and understanding. So that's why writing can be very helpful in these situations. So we see from a third-party perspective what happened, how we were, how they were, how we may have been toxic, how they may have been toxic. And we learn, we grow. And we take that energy and we literally fold the healing energy and the wisdom into ourselves. And we become something more than we were. And that brokenness we feel, that lack, that emotional poverty, that physical poverty, we begin to get a perspective on it. And we understand that, as a child, we may not have had parents who were emotionally available for whatever reason, and they may not have had parents who were emotionally available for whatever reason, and it's passed down. It was passed down to you. And by going through the steps of experiencing emotions and releasing and whatnot, you have become emotionally available for yourself. And you are going to be able to do that with happy emotions too. A lot of people don't realize that, when you're working in the deep, dark emotional state of your shadow, you forget that, there's happy memories, there's happy moments, there's happy things that I'm going to be able to hold space for too. I think for me, that was the most surprising part of this. Was like, I worked through a lot of intense emotions. And then I started having good ones and like holding space for those. And it was weird. It was really odd for me. But it made me aware that I was capable of having happiness. I was worthy of having happiness. And for someone who has been in a lot of Three of Swords heartbreak energy, that can be a major breakthrough. Okay, let's get a couple more cards here. All right. Oh, this one popped up. Let's take it. We have prosperity, wealth, contentment, abundance, contentment, happiness, prosperity. I know for some of you that's a tall measure, right? That's a tall, prosperity. Understand that prosperity can bud. It can be like a bud on a bush, a rose bush. It just kind of starts to show up as good luck. As, the person in front of you paying for your McDonald's or whatever, right? It can show up as, a generous act by someone. And then you're like, that made me feel kind of good. And then before you know it, you got a raise at work, or your side business is taking off, or, your electric bill is $100 less than it was, or you get an unexpected check, things like that. It could also be abundance. All of a sudden, people start being more emotional with you. You start getting, compliments or hugs, or, your partner is more gentle with you and more understanding. It can manifest in different ways. Okay, so when you see prosperity, expand your idea, Sagittarius energy here, expand your idea of prosperity, okay? Contentment. We have the 10 of Cups here, okay? Again, another message about contentment for you guys showing up. We have portal, originality, idealism, progression, okay? So there's movement forward here for you guys. And I feel like during this Mercury retrograde, you know, I think it's important when you're going through whatever it is you're going through to understand this is progress. Okay. It may not feel like it all the time, but it is. Okay. You're progressing to the other side of this. You're understanding these things for a reason. And it could be no one shows up, but you're just dealing with your own emotional shit, you know, from the past. And that's okay. That can take time to process. That's part of you becoming emotionally available for yourself. We have writer, movement, quick decisions, progress. Again, we have progression and progress, okay? So you're definitely going to be making progress. You're definitely going to be moving forward. There's prosperity here for you and 10 of Cups. There is some kind of death, rebirth. There is grieving of a loss, grieving emotionally, and a emotional clearing that brings in this new view of a vision. It gives you the clarity you need to recognize good for good, where to put your money, where to put your energy, where to put your time. And I feel like for a lot of you, you know, there's literally a doorway opening to a more prosperous and content time. Okay. But understand, I don't feel like this is like a waterfall. I feel like this is like a flower budding on a bush. Okay, it's like a flower bud. It's gonna grow over time. It's like a plant. Okay, it needs to be watered. It needs the sun. It needs tending to. All right. Okay, guys, that's what I received today. I hope this was a helpful and insightful reading. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I would love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.